Oh, it's so clean. What is this? Thank you so much, Rach. I wish I took a before photo because it was really bad.
Look at your desk, it's so clean.
It's so clean. There was even like clay all over the... I need to buy a new rug anyway. It's pretty bad. It must be like going on 4 years old now. Oh, that's satisfying. I think Rachel took a before photo. Here's a look. Yeah, see what I mean? That's what it looks like before Rachel got in here. That's like, they're my meals. Oh my god. How bad is that? That was like half an hour ago.
The desk was the worst.
Oh, you're amazing. Hello everyone, happy Monday. Welcome back. So, I'm just going to put this on the stand because I can't be bothered holding my hand up. A bit of an update from the last time I left you guys. It was a bit of an update to sort of say something's got to give. I felt pretty horrendous. That same day, I came to the conclusion that I needed to change my upload schedule because doing 3 videos a week was just unsustainable. And then I looked back to the point in my channel when I started uploading 3 times a week, and the kind of content I was releasing then as opposed to what I'm trying to do now is vastly different. So even though I have help of editors to create the content, the production value, and then also the energy required has just been immensely greater to keep up with it. Even with the help of editors, it's just been unsustainable. So what I'm going to do is move to doing 2 videos a week on the main channel, and that be the rule, with the exception being the occasional 3 videos a week, potentially when there's challenge of the month or some event or something like that. But in general, I'm just going to see if it's sustainable to move to 2 videos a week. It's pretty scary, to be honest, because you know, I think a lot of people sort of think, oh, you should just be able to do that. Just decide to go to 2 videos a week. But, you know, frequency of upload, regularity and consistency of uploads affect how you perform with the algorithm. So I have always been fearful that if I drop from 3 to 2 videos a week, that the YouTube algorithm will say, oh, you know, they're not, you know, this isn't as worthwhile a channel as it has been. But on the other side of the coin, it's like, I know there are channels who upload once every week or 2 and are performing really well and are really popular channels or whatever. So, you know, part of me hopes that in doing this, it might let more high production value content have more room to breathe and pick up more traction and potentially perform better in the long term. But when I came to that conclusion, to do 2 videos a week, it was like a weight was lifted. I instantly felt better. Like I was still overtired and still just like had a sore back, but I was like, all of a sudden, like massively relieved. I want to find a better balance and have more fun when I do it. Anyways, I'm talking a lot. That's what I wanted to say. I'm in a really good place at the moment, even though I didn't stick to what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to not make content until this week. And if you couldn't tell by the opener, sort of talking about how messy the office was, Friday and Saturday I made a polymer clay creation, and it was a massive bloody slog of a task, and Saturday was a stupid long work day. I worked from 7 AM till 4:30 AM, so it was a 22.5 hour work day. I'm going to take a day off on Friday this week and have a 3-day weekend. But point is, I had so much fun. Like it's going to be an entertaining video. It's going to be such a good piece of content, and the artwork itself, the creation, is one of my favorite things that I've ever made. And I can't really show you because I don't want to spoil it, but yeah. So I feel like having made this choice and focusing on high quality stuff is just gonna change things for the better. I'm really hopeful that it will do that in the long term. Oh, and the other piece of good news is you guys have heard me talk a lot about Audible and how much I listen to it and all that stuff. You know, not sponsored on the vlog channel or whatever, but you've also heard me say I wish they would sponsor me. They sponsored me. They sponsored that video. So that video where I worked really hard to make this awesome polymer clay creation, I was listening to audiobooks that whole time, and they sponsored the video, which makes the really high production value, really intense creations possible. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm hoping to blow their socks off so that they can sponsor me in future videos, because I love Audible. I guess the way you guys can help make that happen in the future and make ambitious projects happen in the future is just by liking the video when it comes out this coming Friday, engaging, sharing it, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. And of course, getting an audiobook with the link that I give in that video is also going to help the sponsors show that you love what I love, and also get you a free audiobook. I have lots of recommendations. I'm talking a lot. I'm going to get to work today, and today I'm working on editing that video that I filmed. Before I get to that, I want to talk about one more thing, and that is the state of my office. I've had this configuration of office for a long time now. I've, the mural, the desk, the lights, all this stuff. And it's home, and it feels very familiar to all of us. And some of you will have been on this vlog channel enough to know that I've alluded to things changing. So I'm going to show you just a hint as to the first few cogs that are going to be switched out. All right, in Studio 2, I am storing this desk. You can see that it's not built and it's all in boxes, but this is going to be the new desk in my office. It's not quite flat pack, so to speak. There are like 6 massive boxes, but it's a kick-ass desk. I'll show you pictures on my computer in a sec. This is a... what is it? It's a stand. This is a monitor stand on like a swivel thing, so you can like move the monitor in and out, and that's going to be really useful for art projects. And this is a boom stand, which I'm going to use for my filming for the top-down view, because the one I have is pretty cruddy. So I'm getting a new desk configuration. A little more clarity. This is the boom arm for the screen I got, because at the moment, obviously, I have this, which when I'm, creating content, it gets in the way. I can only push it back so far, whereas having it on an arm like that means I can really sort of swivel it out in any direction, especially when I do bigger projects. So that's going to be really useful, and I wanted to get one that's going to support good weight and get me on good angles and stuff. This is the boom arm, which is going to replace this top-down boom arm, so that'll be really useful to have that one that doesn't get tangled or cut the wires accidentally, which has happened once or twice. So that's going to be really good. And this is the desk. Look at that. Oh my god, this thing is a beast. It's like, look at all that storage too. This is my current desk, which has served me well, but that's my storage. It's a bit sad, and it obviously isn't, suited to the desk. It's just a random chest of drawers I've had since I, had my own bachelor pad. Whereas this thing is like, this is like a serious thing. Look at it. So good. Oh my god. Anyways, so I'm very excited. So that's the first key part of a few big changes happening in this room, which is a room that not many changes have happened in for a long time. But I'm really excited because I get to choose, I get to decide how to craft my workspace based around the experience I've had in the last 4 years in here, to make it as efficient and push it to the next level as possible. So that's a big deal. The boom arms for the screen and the thing, that's a big deal too. But eventually I'm going to add a big fake wall in front of here. I'm going to get a builder in to build something that can be deconstructed fairly easily, but will look like a permanent fixture to go in front on the side there, which will be essentially a big fake wall. So I'm essentially building a set, and I'm going to create a new backdrop. Now, this is going to stay on the wall, but it's going to be covered, essentially. We're going to get something printed that I'm going to make myself digitally, but those like conventions banners and all this stuff, those really big high resolution banners that I have at Comic-Con and all that stuff, we're going to get one custom printed that's going to go and be larger than it's probably going to go up to here, be really large, and again, more experience applied to making my filming setup better. There are a few things about this that I've not been happy with it. I love it, by the way. Like, obviously, it's become an iconic part of the channel, but I'm excited by change, and I'm excited by by taking things to the next level. And there are a few little niggly things about this thing that I haven't loved. Her skin tone is one of them. The fact that in every video there's not a single matching skin tone to the real skin tone in the video, so they always look like really, like, I don't know, like grey or orange, or it's just weird. I have to correct the skin tone of me and then they look a bit odd. And then this play button is awesome and a really cool centerpiece, but I always have to be symmetrical, and if I'm not symmetrical in the video I get really pissed off, and if it's too high or too low, you know, and some people think it's like a chair. It's just confusing, and I have different ideas for a new mural that's going to be really explosive and creative looking, and I want to surround it with some 3D props to make it different, to take it to the next level. So, big changes coming. Ooh, speaking of new toys, sorry, I'm on a lot of tangents today. I have to show you my new baby. This is my old camera lens. Well, when I say old, it's not old. This came with the GH5, which I got little under a year ago with the GH5 camera. So there were 2 packs available, and I got the 12-60 lens. It's a good lens. It's done really well, but it has a pretty narrow field of view. It's not very wide. It has a really good zoom, but there's only so far out that it can go. So especially for a lot of bigger projects, I have to move the camera back a lot, and it's sort of a bit awkward sometimes, and sometimes I want good depth of field, but this doesn't let so much light in. This is my new baby. This thing is incredible. I got this last Thursday and I've been playing around with it, and I've used it for the new video. You won't notice much of a difference because I've zoomed in a bit, so it's a similar field of view to this one, but the difference is it can really come straight out and show like the whole room zoomed out. It's amazing. It also lets in a lot of light, so I can get a really nice depth of field. It's just a gorgeous lens. There's a saying that people use sometimes that goes, the photographer dates their camera and marries their lens. So I guess because you get new cameras but you always keep and use your lenses. This thing is gorgeous and is going to serve me for a long time to come, so I'm really excited about that. It has this little clicky, right? So if I click it forward, it's autofocus and it automatically goes into autofocus, but if I go, it goes into manual focus, and it has like numbers and all that stuff, so you just find the focus point. It's so cool. Oh, that's okay, we'll stop. All right, I've done a lot of giddy talking about these things that I'm weirdly excited about, but I think that's cool. Like, I'm in a really good place considering how not good I felt at the start of last week. It's just really reminded me that, you know, like, there are certain things that are hard to keep going with and can pull you down, and for me sometimes it's just obligation and feeling a little bit trapped, and also the constancy of stress and time restrictions. So having taken that away, or at least significantly reducing it and allowing myself to do 2 videos a week and really get involved in them, and then also focusing on the next stage, like I did with Studio 2 and how far that and the content as a result has taken us. Doing the same with this studio, thinking, you know what, let's switch it up, let's take a few steps forward, and having the desk arrive, which I got like a few months ago, it finally got here, like planning all this stuff, you know, the new lens, all this stuff has been a part of my want to take things to the next level, and it feels like I'm able to do that, even though I'm going to 2 videos a week from 3, which in some regards feels like a step backwards. I'm confident because I know I'm taking big steps forward, and I'm really excited, and this is the stuff that makes me passionate and like love going to work every day. So I'm excited. I've done a lot of talking. I need to actually get to work. So I'm going to do some filming and do all that stuff that I mentioned. Let's get to it. Okay, time has passed. It is now the end of the workday. I'm going to wrap up here, and I'm about halfway through, maybe a little over halfway through the edit. So it's going to take a bit of time to finish up tomorrow. But yeah, I can't even explain how excited I am about this Paloma Clay video. It's going to come out this coming Friday, so keep an eye out for it. But yeah, it's satisfying. I'm just going to give you like a sneak peek at just an early part of the time lapse, just to show you a little bit of what you're in for. I'm not going to play it with the music full volume just because I don't want to get copyright flagged from Epidemic Music, which I don't have a subscription to on this channel. So I just have it playing quietly in the background and I'm talking over it, even though you can hear it's cinematic and symphonic, and I'm just rambling so that it confuses the algorithm and doesn't flag me for copyright. I'll skip ahead a little bit to show something more interesting. Whoa, look at this. Excuse the lag. My computer's being a little slaggy. Oh, look at this. All right, I'm going to wrap up with the question of the day from You Are Beautiful / Handsome, who says, what do you do with the things after you make a video with them, i.e. show in a cabinet or something? So if it's a 2D art, like on paper, usually a 2D art, what a dumb way of saying it. If it's on paper or something, I usually keep it either in the filing cabinet or in a shelf in the storage room there, because I haven't put it in the filing cabinet yet. So I hold on to pretty much everything unless it's just sort of like more of a jokey video and the illustrations aren't very good. As for the more sculpted, model-y things, like what I'm editing the creation process for now, I love having them on display in the shelves, and part of the remodeling design thing I want to do for this room is hopefully going to have some more shelves or places to sort of showcase some of the creations, which will be fun, and hopefully maybe they'll cycle through over time. Thank you for your patience while I took a little bit of time off, but I'm feeling like so good. Like, I feel like I've hit the ground running faster than I thought I would, just because of that little tweak of recalibration and just smashing out and running into the content creation that I'm super passionate about. And it's really just, yeah, I'm excited to show you the result of it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.